If your wedding day doesn't include a surprise run-in with your fiancé's ex also getting married at your venue, did you even get married? The venue was perfect. High ceilings, rustic chandeliers, acres of golden vineyards just far enough outside Napa to scream refined but not predictable. We had booked it 15 months in advance. It cost more than my car. I didn't care. I had stood there in the early spring, clipboard in hand, picturing myself walking through the archway of florals, smiling, married, beautiful. Instead, I stood there on my wedding day, holding a melting macaron, watching a different bride take photos under my arch. Let me back up. I am not the bride in this story. I am the planner. And it's taken me 6 months to talk about it without breaking into hives. The couple, Jesse and Cameron, were a dream. Kind, realistic, not allergic to Pinterest but not enslaved by it. We vibed instantly. They booked me full service, trusted me with every detail, including the venue. I had worked with Greenbrier Estate before. Elegant, punctual, expensive. Their on-site coordinator, Colleen, was a glass of chilled white wine in human form, smooth, crisp, and slightly passive-aggressive. We confirmed the date twice. I had the contract. I sent multiple email chains with caps-locked subject lines like, confirming, Saturday, June 8th wedding, Jesse plus Cameron. I paid the deposit. I got the insurance. I planned everything around that property. Then came June 8th, and so did another wedding party. I arrived at 8 a.m. with the floral truck and linens. The gates were open. I remember thinking, wow, they really got the place prepped early. We turned the corner, and I saw the nightmare manifest. White chairs already set. A chuppah. Strings of market lights overhead. Pink decor, not ours. Colleen greeted me with an awkward smile that curdled into horror when she realized who I was. She had double booked. Or, rather, she'd triple booked. Because 2 weddings were planned that day. Ours at 4 pages M and another at 3 p.m. Q meltdown. I called Jessie. She didn't scream. She whispered, "What do we do?" We called every backup venue within 50 miles. Nothing. A local VFW hall offered us space next to a vintage tractor show. A winery had a shed. A church offered their fellowship hall if we could remove the Sunday school supplies first. Colleen sobbed. Literally cried in front of me. "It's my system," she kept saying. "The calendar auto-synced wrong." Guests were already flying in. Shuttle buses had been arranged. Hair and makeup were mid-contour. Then, it got worse. Because the other bride was Cameron's ex. She walked out of the bridal suite in a mermaid gown, flanked by 2 bridesmaids in dusty rows. Jesse saw her from across the courtyard. Silence. Then, "Is that Serena?" It was. She turned, froze, locked eyes with Cameron. She mouthed, "What the hell?" He said, "I didn't know. I believe him. No one would plan this." Serena's wedding was at 3, ours at 4. The plan, according to Colleen's rapidly unraveling pitch, was to stagger both ceremonies, have the receptions on separate lawns, and pretend it wasn't a logistical nightmare. Jesse looked me dead in the eye and said no. So we went rogue. We left. I rerouted everything to the backup bakery I used in emergencies. A patio behind their kitchen with strung-up lights and enough space for 60 people standing. Jesse texted every guest, change of plans, ceremonies in a bakery garden, wear flats. And she married Cameron at 6:17 p.m. in front of a stack of flower bags and a trellis made from cafe chairs. Serena still got married too, but someone spilled wine on her dress. And the violinist they hired turned out to be a cellist. The photos turned out dreamy. The cake, 2 sheet cakes stacked with edible flowers, the guest was perfect. The guests were buzzing about the chaos. Colleen refunded us. The venue sent a sad basket of pears. And Jessie? She sends me a Christmas card every year. Whew. Okay, first of all, Colleen? Baby girl, you run Greenbrier Estate, not Chuck E. Cheese. How do you triple book a wedding venue like it's a brunch spot on Open Table? Also, the way the universe conspired to make this a crossover episode, Cameron's ex walking out of the bridal suite like it's a telenovela season finale? I need a moment. But real MVP energy? Jessie. That woman took a disaster and said, nope, we're pivoting to chaos with taste. Bakery garden wedding? Iconic. Texting wear flats to your entire guest list? Queen behavior. And do not think I missed the poetic justice of Serena getting red wine and celloed. The wedding gods were active that day. Also, huge respect to the planner for not throat-punching Colleen, and instead orchestrating a venue jailbreak like a wedding day Jason Bourne. Honestly, this sounds more romantic than half the Pinterest weddings out there. Adversity? Overcome. Vibes? Immaculate. Cake? Sheet tier perfection. The real crime is calling a sad basket of pears a gesture. If I got booted from my $10,000 venue, I better be getting a whole charcuterie cow. Serena's vows were accompanied by cello because Karma had violin scheduling conflicts. If you liked that drama buffet, smash like, drop a fake Reddit comment below and tell me, who do you think cried harder, Colleen or the cellist?